Sometimes it's not even about the feeds, it's about the backs. Welcome to another session of feedbacks. I'm going to give you champs a Paintover feedback. And this time the first one is going to be Kappy doing an incredible astronaut scene. Do you like astronauts? I love astronauts. The first thing that I notice here is character is not well separated from the background. And not only that, when we are talking about a more sci-fi session, a more wow space, we gotta think of crazy light and crazy patterns. They don't really need to make sense. They just gotta be there and go like, haha, I'm doing something very important. I'm a light here in a rectangular format, in a triangle format, in a circular format, and I'm doing exactly nothing but just existing. Star Wars have a lot of that on their spaceships. Another thing to change is that I added loads of fog behind the character. Adding loads of fog behind the character helped me so much to separate character from background, character from whatever was happening in the background. And also this, but we need to think, oh, the colors. They're interesting, but what if we did them even more interesting? Cap did a great job adding shadows, adding light, but what if we added ambient light? What if we added a light that is a little bit more bluish or a little bit more purple or a little bit more green, any color that you can think of? Just by adding some colors, this is going to make everything much easier for you and better. So I always recommend focusing on those three things. Is my scene believable? Am I adding the details that make it seems believable? That's the number one. Number two, is there enough fog? Always ask yourself, is there enough fog? Because if there's enough fog, you're going to see your character completely well and not strongly close to the background. We need to see character first and then background, not the opposite. Only if you're drawing like a landscape or something like that. But still you're going to use fog in that case. Number three, am I using ambient light? Does my scene looks everything well together or looks like it's just pieces, different pieces that are not friends? Are there friends or not? Are your pieces friends or not? Are the parts of your drawing best friends forever, family, lovers, homies? Or they are just like, hey, whatever, don't touch my area, real bro. I'm gonna kick you away. I'm gonna kick your butt. And that's the result of the first one. That's right. And now let's go to second one, 0, the power of creation. This artwork is amazing, just like the first one, but there is something missing, and that thing is focus. I noticed the details of the powers. I noticed the wings. I noticed the power in the hand. I noticed the bright sky up ahead, but something in me tells me there is something missing. I don't know where to look at. And there's also the gigantic sword. Our eyes just turn out into a more, I don't know where to look. And remember, chimps, whenever we're making a drawing, you gotta always have hierarchy. Hierarchy is there to say, hey, first you're going to look here, second you're going to look here, third you're going to look here, and fourth you're going to look here. We gotta always have the order. We gotta have the big dog, and we gotta have the omega dog. Okay, you gotta always focus if it's going to have. The head is going to be the main attention, the sword is going to be the main attention, or the power is going to have the main attention. Only one. And then the rest you start erasing, you start taking out contrast, you start taking out colors. You can see that the first thing that I did in this process was to use a big, gigantic airbrush and start erasing like nothing ever happened. That is what I did. Because we need to start erasing details if we want certain parts to have the details, to have the focus, to be the number one thing that the viewer is going to look and go like, wow, I love this artwork. You are an incredible artist. I want to be like you. You are amazing. So we gotta have this hierarchy. The number one thing here is hierarchy. But not only hierarchy, you can notice that I changed a lot of the metal. And metal is very simple. I used to think it was hard until I understand it in a 3D point of view, in a volume point of view, when I understood, oh, it's pretty much a mirror, but that mirror is bending. It's a mirror that is bending. So you can think of, oh, in the corner of the armor, it's going to reflect what it's in the corner. Yeah. In the middle of the armor, it's going to reflect what is in front of the armor. So me and the sky and the clouds and probably trees. Nice. In the other corner, there's only darkness, but there's also the red cape. So it's going to reflect the redness of the cape. Yes. When we pause, champs, when we make just a small pause to understand, to think, to reflect, got it? We are talking about matter, reflect. Okay, so whenever we stop to reflect, I barely made through this joke, we start noticing, hey, I can improve this. Sometimes you're just too much speed up like I gotta go, or you are just focusing so much in not the main thing, not the number one thing that needs attention, that you start getting lost. So that's why always have a clear objective in your head, always have a clear goal in your head, because once you get it, you just go and go crazy. That's it. That's how it turned out in this one. Let's go to the last one. Yes, that's the last one. Herve. I believe it's Herve. I love the colors used in this one, by the way. And what I focused here on Herve was making silhouette even stronger and making light from the background come even stronger. Sometimes we already have an amazing base. Sometimes we are already in the right path, but we just gotta focus a little bit more on certain aspects. In this case, since the light's coming from behind, since the main focus is light coming from behind, you gotta give it even more details and attention and time and energy and hard work into this specific light area. But when we are talking about the shadows, we are not going to care so much. And remember, there is more armor in this piece. So what I did, yes, I reflect the shit out of everything here. Oh, sorry. I reflect the happiness out of everything here. That's right. So if I'm reflecting all of this, where is the color coming from in that reflection? From the sky, from the grass, from the ground, from the armor, from the clothes, from everywhere close to the character. And that's how I find what is going to happen right there in this piece. But not only that, I was searching for more references on realistic tones, because this artwork passed to me, give to me the vibe of I'm very semi-realistic. I'm something that is happening here right now. And sometimes when we are talking about realistic, there are two things that we need to pay attention the most. Number one, silhouette. Number two, the right colors and gray levels. I repeat, number one, silhouette. Are you making the silhouette of your character's face correctly, or are you leaving it to a little bit of blur? Are you leaving it to a little bit of wrong perspective? And the second one, this one is the most important, like absurdly the most important. If you get the right colors and the right gray levels, and by gray levels I mean how dark it is or how bright it is, all the rest is going to be extra ultra simple. The amount of artists that I find on ArtStation, professionals drawing for 20 years, 30 years, that it's absurdly simple, but they got exactly the right color and the right gray level and the silhouette, and it looks perfect and amazing, already finished, and they did it in 30 minutes. Because they're not focusing on details, it's incredible. When I'm telling you, the gold, the secret is on understanding gray levels and colors. Gray levels and colors, also silhouette. But gray levels and colors are incredible to make you evolve even more and get further and go, whoa! I'm telling you this, champ, I'm telling you. So, thank you very much for watching this video, and I have a great announcement. I have now an art course, but this is not for anyone. This is for everyone that wants to learn to draw with me and with step by step a road to follow. We've got some things that are for beginners and some things that are for advanced, and some things I'm just being funny. There's more than almost 150 classes. Yeah, there's more than 150 classes, and to be real, if I go there and count, I think there's already 200. There's already 200 classes. 200 classes, that's right. So if you want, just check the link out in the description. All the love, all the peace. You're amazing, champ. Keep doing your best. I know you're doing your very best to improve in your art, to just draw your favorite characters, to be someone that can make fan art, or to just make commissions. Keep strong. I believe in you. Bye bye!